Welcome to Win Souls TV. I missed you guys so much. I just want to apologize because my schedule has been changing so much lately that it's just been kind of hectic to the point where it's just like, okay, how do I schedule time to like do these YouTube videos, you know? I really want to give you guys good content, and the content will be changing up a little bit really soon, and I wanted to get you guys thoughts on it. But lately, you know, my work schedule and stuff has been changing. My workouts and stuff have been changing, so I've really been trying to find time for these YouTube videos. So now I'm doing them during my lunch break. No excuses, gotta get it done, gotta make it happen, Captain. And by the way, I will never ever get my head cut like this ever again. I don't like it. I feel like it's a torpedo on my head. I don't like it. Thursday, I'm getting it cut off. I ain't got time for it. No games, okay? No games. All right. Shoot. Got me looking crazy on national TV. My barber was like, okay, yeah, you know, we could try something new. I was like, all right, well, let's new it up, you know, and I guess I found out real quick how new this thing is really gonna look. Now, it's my fault because I agreed to it in the first place. He told me what he was gonna do, okay, but I didn't think it was gonna look this bad. But I don't know. So I just want to give you guys a testimony. I've talked about it kind of like in passing in other videos, but this may be something that you guys can literally latch onto in your own personal lives. I don't know. So there was a while back, I took about 2 months, possibly, I think it was maybe about 2 or 3 months off of YouTube. And what happened was my life was in a wreck. But if you were to look at it from the outside in, it was just like, man, Jeff is doing really good. I mean, things are, you know, looking up for him and all of this stuff. But in reality, like, the state of my heart was just so broken in so many different places, and I was wondering why I just couldn't move forward and progress and go hardcore after things that I had previously, you know, never had any problems with before. You know, I've never really had any problems with fighting for the things that I've, you know, wanted to do, or moving forward with the things that were coming out of my mouth. If I said something, you could pretty much guarantee that it was going to get done, okay? And it was just like my words weren't matching my actions. I struggled with, you know, doing this, doing that, all at the same time. And it was just, my life just felt like it was in disarray, because a lot of my confidence in terms of, you know, me just as a man is derived from me being able to complete specific tasks that I have set out to do. And not just complete them, but do them to the entirety of my effort. Do them according to their proper purpose, okay? And so with that, I just went on a fast. I went on a fast, and he told me, he said, I don't want you to put out any YouTube videos for 3 months. He told me to rest. He had been telling me to rest for years, but I just did not know really what that meant, you know? And so I was just like, okay, well, rest. What do you do when you rest? You just relax, you know, you take time away, whatever. And I was just like, if I'm resting wrong, then Lord, just guide me in the way that I need to be resting, because I don't know exactly how to do this correctly. So I'm doing that. I'm spending time with him. I'm taking walks with the Lord. I'm inviting the Lord on every little adventure that I go on. I'm just talking with him throughout the day. And lo and behold, at like the second week of the fast, I started getting angry. And just stuff started coming out that I didn't necessarily know where those things were coming from. And I'm getting angry at God, and I'm just like, why am I've never been really angry at God. You can't be angry with God. He's perfect. There's nothing you see what I'm saying? And so basically, by him allowing me to get angry, he was showing me that there was bitterness in my heart. There was bitterness in my heart, and that started about 4 years ago. And I didn't know where it came from. I did not know where it came from. And finding bitterness or a a change in your heart based off of something that you feel like you're owed, which is basically the reason why Satan was casted out of heaven in the first place, is bitterness toward an individual that has done nothing wrong. And that was in my heart, because I felt like, even though I had asked the Lord to take away my sight, my spiritual sight, I didn't ask him to completely take it away. I asked him to slow it down so that I could kind of like grasp everything that was going on. And then I said, when I'm ready, just return it full throttle. Because I was seeing stuff every single day. And it was fun, but at the same time I was scared. And so, because I mean, trust me, it takes a little bit to adjust to, you know. And so with that, I became bitter when he started slowing it down. And I didn't realize that a bitter root had been planted within me. And so during this fast, he was telling me, look, okay. He said, I'm going to clean up your insides. He said, I'm going to clean up your heart. I'm going to clean up the posture of your heart. I'm going to clean up the state of your heart. And I said, okay. But he said, as an outer representation of the state of your heart, I want you to actually clean up your house. You see, since we are the dwelling place of the Holy Spirit, we are also a house. Okay. So the things that we consume on a daily basis have an effect on our soul. And so with that said, which is a part of our heart. And so if our heart posture is in the right place and the spirit is perfect, which it is, and our heart posture is in the right place and our body follows all three of those, then we are in proper alignment and in right standing with the Holy Spirit. Okay. And and so with that said, you know, I'm up here and I'm just like collecting all of this stuff in my house. I'm throwing stuff away. I'm getting rid of this, that, and the other. I mean, because honestly, I was like I was living in kind of like a slumped state. Like things weren't completely messy, but I mean, there were a lot of places that were messy in my house. There were things that I needed to get rid of. There were things that there were old things that I was holding on to because I wanted to save even more money when I had saved up enough money to buy 2 living rooms. And so it was just like, why are you still doing this when you can actually implement the plan that you had originally? So it was just like, okay, well, then I went and bought a nice TV. I went and bought a TV stand. I went and bought a whole living room set. I went and bought, you know, this, that, and the other. And now that I've cleaned up everything in my house, there's really just one area that I need to sort through. And he said, that is the place in your heart. That's the state of the place of your heart. It's almost like everything is basically clean, but you got this one little area, which for me is my closet. You know, I have to get rid of old clothes. I have to get rid of things that I just kind of stockpiled when I was leaving Georgia, which was 7 years ago. It's been in my closet for that long. And I just have not gotten rid of it. I just have not gotten rid of it. And so there is trash that I am dealing with, still getting rid of, you know. And there was trash around my house that I have gotten rid of. And if you look at the state of my heart, some of that trash in a spiritual and a realistic sense was people that I needed to get rid of, people that I was spending time with, conversations that I was having with certain people that I didn't really need to even be having, people that were coming along trying to waste my time, as I talk about in my book, because our time is limited here. We don't have very much time to be wasting. So the people that you spend time with, they leave a residue, whether that residue is good or bad. And so it's just kind of like when you invest your time in specific people that don't want to really move close to God, but they're living in misery and they want you to join them, then you have to make a choice. Look, I will pray for you from a distance, but I have to keep going. I cannot keep all of this clutter in my house based on what the Father wants me to do. Okay, you have made up your mind that you want to stay in this place. Okay, but when you are ready, go to the Father and He will clean you up just like He's doing me. Okay, but for right now, I got to go. Sayonara, adios. Okay. And, you know, the place in my closet that he's dealing with right now, it's like, and I was just like, well, I'll just go clean up my closet, Lord. I'll just go clean it up. And he said, yeah, you're saying that, but you're saying that to speed up the process. And on the inside, you really don't feel like cleaning your closet. And he's not lying. You know, I felt like cleaning up everything here because everything just needed to be in order. Everything just needed to be placed in its proper place so that the function of that specific tool or whatever it was that I was putting in order, it could be used properly. He's given us a lot of gifts, and we have to be in a position with our heart so that we can use those things properly. Okay. There are a lot of people that have gifts and use them for their own gain. You know, he has given us gifts, but you have a choice whether you want to use them for the kingdom or whether you want to use them to further your own personal kingdom here. And so with that said, all of this stuff is in order. Now I got to deal with that closet. And then he said, and you can also clean it up really quick. You can clean it up really quick, but the state of your heart will still be the same. And I said, why? He said, because concerning things in your closet, you're only cleaning it up for the visual. You're only cleaning it up for the surface purpose. So just like you chop down a tree, yeah, you might not see the tree from the helicopter or whatever, but if you go up, there's still a stump. And with that stump, there are still deeply rooted roots that are there. And only the Lord can uproot those roots. So yeah, things might look good on the surface. They might look really, really good on the surface. But until you deal with the roots, then nothing will ever happen. And the only person who can deal with those roots is the Lord. He is the only one that can uproot roots that are so deeply put that we don't even know that we're going through those things. He will have to reveal that to you, just like he did for me. And he will, but you have to seek it. You know, you have to seek after him. And so I'm in the process of cleaning out my closet, and that's just where I'm at right now. And so with this testimony, he's had me deliver it in such a way that, you know, the representation of the things in our visual house are the representations of our heart. That may not, he may have you clean out your car. I don't know, whatever it is, but whatever it is that he's working with you through, just follow that process, because the Lord already knows. He always knows the way out of the things that we are so efficient and so effective at getting ourselves into, you know. And I think that it's time. It's time for us to straighten up our hearts, and it's time for us to clean out our house. So that's not something that I can help you with. I'm just making a video based on the things that he's shown me through my life. But I know that he'll do the same for you, because he is no respecter of persons. You guys be blessed. And also let me know what you guys think about making videos on current issues, because I do a lot of, you know, ministering and preaching on this channel, but and teaching on this channel. But I think that it's time now for us to start moving toward addressing how Christians should be approaching certain issues that are going on in this world right now. You know, we need to be equipped. We need to be ready to fight. And we need to be ready to fight on the right side versus getting caught up in distractions and fighting on the wrong side. Okay? We need to be fighting for the cause of Christ all the time. And sometimes that doesn't come in the form of us actively jumping forward and being the face of the face of God. Sometimes it comes in the form of us sitting in our closet and crying out to God. You guys be blessed. I love you. Have a good one.